You already know what time it is. It's Vibe Season Sports checking back with another video. And welcome to On the Record with Uncle C and Vibe Season Sports. What's going on, Uncle C?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Once again, it's it is what it is. What's going on, man? How you doing?
It is what it is, and it is what it ain't. That's all I can say,
Uh,
man.
yes, there are a lot of topics going on across the sports world as well as the world. Unbelievable.
There's been a lot that's been going on and off the field.
Yes, yes, it is.
So, honestly, without further ado, let's just hop into it. We got a couple of topics to go over today. First things first, of course, most of you probably know or have seen
Take that,
Shine
take that,
No
take
Diddy
that, take
Combs.
that.
Take that, take that. No Diddy.
No Diddy. No diggity. What's going on with my man? What's going on with my man?
I mean, I
Tell
know we
me.
all remember. Maybe a couple years ago, he made an oath to give $1 million to both Jackson State and
Right,
Howard.
right.
It took a while to come through, but I'm pretty sure that he did live up to his statement and he did contribute to both schools.
Yeah. We need to follow up. I need to follow up on that to see what happened. What's the status on it? Let me just make a note of that for the next show.
Absolutely. But the caption, good man. Was he a good man then? But you see up top, bad man. Very bad man.
Bad man,
Very
bit
bad
man.
man.
Man, what was he thinking, man?
It's crazy because one of the things that stuck out to me was this was dropped by CNN. This
Oh
wasn't dropped
yeah.
by Live Leaks. This wasn't dropped by TMZ. This was dropped by CNN.
He thinks a
So
conspiracy going on here. A conspiracy.
not so much a conspiracy, but maybe they were absolutely trying to make a statement here.
Yes.
T,
And you know, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
TMZ is like it's catered towards a certain demographic. Certain amount of people will see that, but on CNN,
Yeah.
old people, young people, every type of race, you, everybody saw it.
Yes. Yes. The standard.
So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I mean, I think we know how it's going to play out. Um, Nobody's pretty much going to be one to associate it with Diddy after this or after seeing this.
To me, my opinion, this is a dagger for Diddy. This is a dagger, man. He came back from early issues, years ago, and but this one right here, like you said, um it's been played on CNN like that, and looks like you know people are latching on like you can't come back from this, and women are not taking that apology. They're not taking it. They're not taking it. And which they shouldn't. Because if it was my daughter, the way he did, it'll be some issues. Trust me.
Uh-huh. And that's the thing. It's very scary to be in that situation and understand what that man is capable of. Because if you can do that on camera
Right.
and pay off somebody for it not to be seen for 8 years, you have some type of power.
Yep.
So I couldn't imagine what she was going through or what type of state of mind she was in. Like, or maybe if she would have told somebody, are they going to believe me? I mean, maybe they would have.
Right.
He does have a history, but
Right.
but
Right.
still, it's like that's a scary situation to be in. Like
It
knowing
is
somebody has that much power to make something disappear.
all over. Yeah, all that power over you, and some people are, hey, you should have said something then versus now, and then the tape came out and he unequivocally denied that it even happened back a year or two ago. He came
Mm-hmm.
on and made a video, and he unequivocally said that they were just coming after the money grab. And I watched the Stephen A. Smith show, and Brian Clark, they laid into him. I don't know if you got a chance to look at them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
They didn't
they
hold back.
they absolutely chopped his head off on that one. And in some cases, I was looking at some videos and things. They were saying that he may commit suicide on this over this. I'm not wishing. I wish he would not do that, but it's you're done, man. You're done.
Yeah, I mean, he's accused of doing some of the most wildest things that are absolutely prohibited in the industry. Like the two most craziest things you could be accused of, he's being accused of
Y-
it.
Yeah.
So,
And now we got video to back it up. It's like,
hmm
yeah, video does not lie. So yeah, I can't rock with it. No way, shape, or form. So
no Diddy, bad man,
bad man, good man. But the good
very
thing
bad
is,
man. But I think this is
yeah,
going
the
to be
good
a
thing is,
snowball. This is going to be a snowball effect. Even though we're already seeing the bad image rolling out, it's not looking too good.
yeah,
I think this is going to be a snowball effect. I think all the accusations that he's been accused of, people are going to start believing, and a lot more lawsuits are going to be coming.
absolutely. I just heard another young lady come forward today, actually.
Mm.
Yep, accusations of sexual assault and things like that. Yes, just absolutely. That was today. Yep.
Wow.
Well, I sure hope that Jackson State and Howard University get their money before this all falls. We always shout out the HBCUs, so
I mean, he did write a check. Supposedly, he did give the money, but I'm not sure how that worked. I don't know if they got it in installments. I don't know if he paid it in full, but
yeah.
it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out and how the lawsuits play out in time. But speaking of lawsuits,
Ah,
Georgia quarterback Jaden Rashada is suing Florida head coach after he never received the payment of $13.85 million. And that was a contract that he signed.
wow. Unfreaking believable. These kids, they have it made, man. All
So
that money.
imagine signing a contract and then be like, "Yep, I'm in there. I'm getting $13
Yeah.
million," and then they hand you a paper, red letter says void on it.
Reneged.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. $13.85 million. Is that the school or is that it, was that I mean, was that the school's contract or was that the coach's contract through the school? Or do
I
you
would I
know?
would say, or what I've heard, Billy Napier is directly tied into it, along with
Okay,
the NIL association that
the
the Florida
collective.
Gators are signed to, or that they have. The thing is, this is in federal court, so I'm pretty sure Florida, they're not gonna want anything to do with this as far as federal court.
Yeah, they probably settle. But
I
nah,
believe so. I think so.
yeah, yeah, go get your money, Jaden. If they sign that contract for 13.85, wouldn't you want your money? I know I would. Hey, contracts are contracts, man. And right or wrong, but that's a lot of money, man.
But the thing is, I think he's so distraught about this, or I mean, I would be upset about this regardless. But he originally signed with Miami for I believe 9 million, or he originally was interested in Miami for 9 million, and he decided
Oh,
to go with the Gators for 13. So he's saying I missed out on $9 million because I signed with y'all and I never got the money.
hmm. Hmm. Strange. Wow. Hmm. That's something to think about. That is, yeah, that's something to think about.
But at the end of the day, there has to be a cap. There has to be a threshold. We can't just, or I mean, these schools, they're just throwing out money.
Yeah, yeah. There's no control. There's no control. There's no control. I think it should be a cap, man. And it's truly tearing up the game. I think it's tearing up the college game, man. It's just crazy, man. Because you have guys on the bench, may not be making that much. They over there making, 50,000, 60,000. Then you got somebody else just like this, Colorado. People are, cats not gonna go for that, man. 13 million.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that's crazy. And he's taking them to court. But yeah, I mean, hey, if he signed that contract, hey, go get your money, Jay.
I mean, what can you say? It's on ink. It's on paper.
Yeah, yeah, it's on paper.
You can't really be mad at him for trying to get
Yeah,
what he's deserved.
yeah, yeah. What is he? Do you know what he's getting for Georgia? Did Georgia pay him like that?
I'm not I'm not too sure, but I would say him going to Georgia, I would think he will be a little bit more on in the background, especially with this case going on. I don't think
Yeah,
I think I think Georgia has pieces in place to handle this correctly, and
to handle this.
they're not gonna let this mess
Hmm.
up their operation.
Their continuity with everything they have going on. Yeah,
Because this is a big deal. This is the first time a college athlete that's active has actually sued a head coach that's active at his respective university.
right, right, right. I didn't think about it like that. That
The
is,
first
this
time
is
it's
the
ever
first,
happened.
man. Well, look what the cat drug up in the house.
I
Me and my old sayings, right?
mean, that's how it
Uncle
goes.
C, Uncle C, Uncle
Uncle
C.
C. That's how it goes.
Yeah. So,
But we have to understand times are changing. Like
yeah,
this is a
this is new
historic feat.
territory. This is new uncharted territory, with NIL and collectives and college athletes, transfer portal. It's amazing how all of those things just all at once in the last year or so just came about. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in,
Man.
as an athlete, as a fan, as coaches, schools.
But
So
yeah, I would say this is gonna be an interesting year for Billy Napier. Mainly because his last couple of years haven't been too well. And with this, it doesn't make it any better.
yeah, yeah. What was their? Do you? I know I'm asking off the record. What was What was their schedule? I mean, what was their record last year? You know,
I
just
want to say they won 6 games.
6 games. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna have
I
to
want to say
produce.
they won 6 games. But let's see. Florida Gators schedule, they were 5-7.
5-7.
In 2022, they were 6-7.
6-7. 5-7. Hmm. Mediocre
Granted, they did make it to a bowl game, but they lost.
against.
It was the Las Vegas Bowl. I'm not sure who they played.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. It's he's in the hot seat. He's
Oh yeah,
definitely in the hot seat.
absolutely.
And the only way to cure it is to win, in which uh claim is there, correct? Didn't he go there? Correct. From last Florida, yeah, he was a cornerback. He's a walk on. We talked about it last show.
Mm. How do you think they're gonna do this year? What do you think? What's their ceiling?
Mm, now that Nick Saban is out the way, uh SEC, mm, they'll be in the middle of the pack, I think. Middle pack, middleweight, somewhere. They'll be like number five. I don't think they're gonna take a large jump per se. They're gonna be somewhere in the middle of the pack, not at the bottom, but toward the top. That's just my opinion.
Hmm.
And he's gonna get fired at the end of the year.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. You know Georgia's gonna be at the top. Alabama's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
battle.
Oh yeah.
You got you know, um Auburn and yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think there's gonna be kind of toward middle, hinting, leaning, moving up. A lot of guys graduated, so you know
Yeah. I think they got a lot of improvement to do, but
they do. What do you think?
I think the door is closing very quickly in the SEC.
Yeah,
It's going to be a battle. Alabama has something to prove.
exactly.
Ole Miss is trying to grab everything they can. Like it's going to be
It's gonna be a dog fight.
it's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh,
But
Almost
with
like
that being
Vanderbilt.
said,
Yep.
with that being said, like of course there have been rumors of Coach Prime potentially going somewhere else.
Say what? Say what?
I mean, it's been out there for a while, but
Yeah,
whether
yeah.
it's true or not, they say Florida Gators may be a potential destination.
Hmm. Hmm. Let me think about that for a second.
He's a
Let me
Florida
think
guy.
about that.
He has Florida ties.
Okay.
Of course, he went to FSU, but that relationship has severed over the, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
couple
Bobby
years.
Bowden is not. Yeah, yeah. That era's done.
Hmm.
Moving on. Yeah. You think he's trying to get back to Florida?
It could be a possibility, but of course, like he stated before, he loves Boulder. He has a house in Boulder. He wants his name in the mountains, his face in the mountains. So you never know.
Heard that. We're playing the violin. We heard that at Jackson State.
You never know.
No, I'm kidding. But it could be, man. You got a good. Mm, mm. That's a hard one, man. I don't even know what to think about that, man. Actually, I can't. I don't have a gauge on that.
Florida Gators, man.
Deion Sanders, head coach of the Florida Gators.
I mean, can I see it happening? Probably not,
Yeah, we
but
didn't
it's
see
it,
Colorado. Yeah, we didn't
yeah,
see Colorado.
it's something to think about, though.
Yeah,
It's something to think about.
something to think about. Hmm. Yeah, it's a big Power Five school, SEC, and they need some change. If he doesn't win, if Napier doesn't win this year, they need some change. They're gonna bring some change in.
Oh yeah, and Coach Prime will be the perfect asset to bring to that school. They need the help.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
let's not let's not get it confused. They are the Florida Gators, but
Yep.
Coach Prime would take that to a totally different level.
Yeah. Hmm. What about hmm, what about a school in Texas? I think he's really trying to get back to Texas, man. That's what my thing is. Some kind, some way.
I feel like Texas Longhorns, no,
Nah, nah, not Texas
no
Longhorns. Maybe Texas A&M,
potential. That has potential.
because what's the coach from Florida State that used to be that took over after Bo. I can't think of his name right now.
Oh
Who's the
man,
coach? Who the coach that took over after Bobby? Bo, what's his name? Bo, what is his name, man? Well, that coach, he's been on the hot seat a little bit too at Texas A&M.
mm.
Texas A&M is halfway between Houston and Dallas, so that's a it's not a local drive for him, but it's real convenient. Real convenient. It's about a 3 hour drive between the two, Houston and Dallas.
Do you think that culture would fit Coach Prime?
Um, I I think it'll work. I think it'll work because he's a great recruiter. He can recruit out of Texas hard. He can recruit out of Florida. Texas is a little bit closer than Colorado, and he has a home in Texas, and that's like home. You know what I mean? Maybe he's trying to get back home. There's a lot of back and forth, man, between Colorado. If you move back to Florida, that's home for him, his original home. But I think somewhere like Texas A&M would be a great place for him to land. It
Mm.
would be very convenient. What about TCU?
Ooh,
Oh,
that would be
what about
interesting. That would be
TCU?
crazy. I don't. Oh well, I think the fans.
They like
The
the
only thing
coach.
I can think
They like the
about,
coach they have.
right? But the only thing I can think about is the fans and how they did Coach Prime when he came game one last year,
Yeah,
and they were dogging him out. No respect.
yeah. Well, that's what fans do. But hey, a little bit of money fixes all that.
That is true. The right check, you may forget a couple things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you have some comments in there. Son of Yahweh. JG, what's going on?
He says, "I don't think they will let Prime do like he is doing at CU.
What do you mean, at Texas A&M or Florida?
Probably Texas A&M,
Yeah.
but I mean, the first thing I think about is, or any school in Texas besides SMU, I think that'll be a good fit for Coach Prime, SMU. But when I
I don't know about SMU, man.
really,
No, no,
oh
no, no,
man,
no, no. I've been through there, and that's just not what they do, man. It's too much.
mm,
The culture over there is just, yeah,
mm.
nah. They're not gonna let him do what they did over at Colorado. Nah, not SMU. Prime, you right, some of y'all way, JG. Prime has to do it the way he has to do it, and SMU, that's a blue blood school, bro. I'm just
Mm.
saying.
I mean, all you need is the perfect athletic director. That's all you need.
Uh,
Because what I
well,
will
that
say,
does play a. Yeah, go ahead.
what I will say, if Rick George leaves, oh yeah, Coach Prime is definitely gonna think about leaving too, because they're tied in.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I think
If
Rick,
the eight,
Rick George. I don't think Rick George is going anywhere, man. comfortable. He riding
I,
off into the
I don't,
sunset.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You never know what could happen.
Yeah, I see son of Yahweh JG. He stated again. He said Florida. We were thinking Texas A&M. He meant Florida.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Florida is. I think Texas A&M, man. I think that'll be a great move. They SAC, right?
SEC, SEC.
Yeah, y- yeah. They SEC. So I think I really didn't think about it until I think being the location and everything. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Son of Yahweh said unless Prime takes Rick job,
Rick George.
maybe.
I
Yeah,
think I,
takes
I
Rick
think their
job.
package, if anything, they will be a package deal, and Rick George would try to poach Coach Prime
Hmm.
if he needs a coach at his new school. I mean, why wouldn't he?
Yeah. I mean, they got it going. Man, they got it going in Colorado right now, man. It's been only 1 year. You got
Hmm.
at least, I mean, that's another angle to look at. It's like, man, they love Coach Prime out there, man. Rick George loves, he looks like $1 million. He got the magic carpet.
Oh yeah, he's a man. He's a man out there.
Yeah, right. He turned it around. So maybe they stay out there a few more years. It's a good question, man. I don't know. Something to think about, man. Something to think about.
But man,
Uh,
like we stated before, Georgia QB Jaden Rashada is suing Florida head coach after he never received the payment of $13 million, which is absolutely insane. But speaking of quarterbacks, have you heard the news?
hey,
Julian Lewis
yes,
is set to visit Colorado. And this is big. This is a big deal.
this is huge. Julian Lewis attended Carrollton High School. That's North Texas. That's where all the money at. Big high schools out there. I never knew how big they were. They have enrollments of up to 10,000 people
Mm.
or 10,000 students. That's a big time. You got to play ball, man. But coming from that school, yeah,
Oh yeah, one of the toughest divisions.
yep,
Ready to play.
yes sir, yes sir.
So Julian Lewis, one of the top quarterbacks in the class of 2025, who reclassified from the 2026 group, is headed to Boulder for an official visit with Deion Sanders.
Think you think he's gonna lock him up?
To me, this will be the perfect situation for Julian Lewis because if he goes to Colorado, that's his position. Like it's already locked down.
Right.
If he
What's his
goes
ranking?
to,
Yeah. What's his ranking among high schools?
let me see, I'm pretty sure top five.
Top five? Okay. So there was another quarterback that committed to Colorado last year, right? What's the guy that tall guy? I can't think his name either. I used to Uncle C used to call names, man. Uncle C, yeah, can't remember everything. But
Man, I
is
know
he
you're
gonna
talking
get?
about, but he did
Yeah,
decommit though. He did decommit. But one of the
he did
reasons why I
commit.
think he
Okay.
probably did decommit was because we were looking at Julian Lewis as well.
Yeah. I think he got another comment. Son of Yahweh.
Sonny Yahweh says, I heard they could be talking to the QB that's having the Florida problem with the money. I did hear that. I did hear we were looking at Jaden Rashada. Um, I mean, why wouldn't we? These are some of the
Right.
best quarterbacks that are coming out in the
Right, right,
class.
right, right, right. I really believe that it depends on the quarterback that comes. The players that are committed to Colorado, it's going to contribute to the longevity of Deion Sanders. If he can find another quarterback, I think he'll stay. Like a diamond in the rough, or the guy, the young man here, Lewis.
Oh yeah,
I think he'll stay.
he will be set. Not only that, but that will lock in Jordan Seaton as well.
Right, right. Because all of that works together. Because if I'm on O line and my quarterback is garbage, why would I stay? And I
Mm.
know he's gonna be garbage. I'm not staying here the next 3 years. You know, referring to Jordan Seaton.
I mean, it makes perfect sense. I mean,
Yeah.
after this year, whether Jordan Seaton does well or not, people are gonna be looking to get him.
Yep. And if I know I got a solid quarterback back there that I know that can a proven quarterback that can you know get it done, yeah, I'll stay. I mean, he'll probably stay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Another
I think
comment. I was looking at
Prime said he got 10 years left in him.
it. 5 in Florida and 5 in Colorado.
Sounds about right.
Oh man. So we'll see. Or a couple in Texas. We will see.
I mean, now that I think about it, just doubling back, Texas A&M might not be so bad.
Let's see.
Texas A&M may not be so bad.
Let's see. Let's see. Texas A&M football.
I don't know. My thing is, any school in Texas, to me, it feels like I would think Coach Prime would be a great fit for them, but the university wouldn't be a great fit for Coach Prime.
What do you think the culture?
I think so. Because in retrospect, you would think that Coach Prime, he wears the cowboy hats.
Yep.
He's a country
Yep.
guy. He
Yeah.
likes to fish, do all those things. But when you're walking into an environment where the money's a little bit, you know, they just play around with money over there.
Yep.
Like
And
they don't really care what you got going on.
yeah,
Then comes the factor of the short leash.
that's right. And just to double back, I was trying to think of the coach's name. It was Jimbo Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
That's the coach that came. But they hired the safeties coach. Um,
Is it
what's his
Elijah
name?
Robinson?
Mike Elko
Oh, Mike Elko from Duke.
from Duke. Yep.
Yep.
He's been there since um he's been a coordinator since 2018.
Mm-hmm. How do you think that's
Oh,
gonna go?
um, it's a good question, man. I don't know. That's a good question. Like you said, it's a short lease, man. Um, they Texas A&M, they're about results, man.
Mm-hmm.
They spent $75 million to fire former coach Jimbo Fisher, and they didn't state how much they're gonna pay Elko. That was 23 November 27th. So he's fairly new. I maybe give him a 3 years. He may have another year. He's gonna have to produce though.
I mean, Mike, he has results. Mike Elko, he's a proven coach. He pretty much turned around Duke. I mean, when you think about Duke football, What do
You
you think
didn't.
about? You don't think about
You thought
anything,
about basketball.
right? You
You
think
definitely did not think about football. They
exactly.
were not a football school.
So turn that program around, which is extremely hard to do. I'm pretty sure that academics is vigorous. It's hard to get into that school.
Yep.
To
Yep.
bring in athletes that are not only tough and resilient, but also smart and that can have that grit. That's tough. You're damn near
Yeah,
coaching at an Ivy League school.
that's true. And what was the quarterback? I think for New York Giants. Was it Daniel Jones? Or was that? Is that? Is that?
Yep.
Am I talking about? Yeah, Daniel Jones.
hmm
Yeah, they tried to make him into a quarterback, but
Man, I knew that was a bad idea.
yeah, that was a Duke product. He's a good backup probably, but yeah, starting quarterback, pay him all that money. Oh nah. What were you? What were you drinking when you made that contract? What were they drinking? Yeah.
But man,
So, oh yeah. So, yep.
I think this is not only a perfect situation, well, in terms of Julian Lewis, this isn't just a perfect situation for him, but Shador Sanders as well.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't have to worry about anything. Like, I'm pretty sure he's probably trying to wonder, okay, who's coming to relieve my spot?
Right. And like
We know,
they have familiar, yeah, they probably have familiarity with him, being in Texas, North Texas actually.
we know he's a recruiter too. We know he
Yep.
talks to players
Yep.
in the DMs.
Yep. They can recruit Dallas Metroplex area or Texas for that.
hmm
They can recruit. You got Texas and Florida players coming to Colorado. So you're right. It's a key. It's a key builder to keep the team, the nucleus of the team, together for next year after Shadua leaves. And then you got to think about wide receivers. Who's gonna be Jimmy Horn's gonna be gone. Who else is there?
I mean, Caleb Mathis might take over. You never know.
I think he's a good receiver, like you say, run very good routes, but he's not. He's not Travis. Well, nobody's Travis Hunter, but they need a number one receiver. They got a good receiving core, but I think they need a somebody. We'll find that out this year. Too early to
Yeah, I
tell.
think they'll have the pieces in place. They'll have the pieces in place. But I was watching DNVR today, and they were stating Jordan Lewis. He was actually at the elite QB camp for high schoolers.
Hmm.
And one interesting thing that they noted was that Shador Sanders' QB coach, he was there coaching up the QBs. So
Oh,
he had direct access to Julian Lewis.
okay, okay. So he could evaluate what's going on all across the board with any of them, but directly with, like you said, Julian Lewis.
Not only evaluate, but be like, hey, Colorado ain't so bad. Colorado
Yeah,
may not be a bad place for you. You might want to,
yeah, yeah.
put in little
Put up
giblets
that,
in there.
yeah, extending that recruiting to him. Yeah. So
So
I
who
don't know.
knows?
I hope it works out, man. I hope he does go there. I hope he does commit. That'll be as I think about it, that'll be great for recruiting and for someone to replace Shador and to keep the nucleus of the team together as the O line and all that. So
I mean, my percentage on him coming is probably a 78%. which isn't bad.
78% that he's going to commit.
Oh yeah, 78%.
Mm,
Because you,
okay,
you you
okay,
you
okay.
never know what can happen. Somebody can
Yep,
throw that bag out when you least expect it. You thought we had them,
that's true. That's true.
and then they'll do anything in their power not to let us have that one
That's
recruit.
true. That's true. Mm. Yeah, I actually I like that. 70, I think it might be a little bit higher, like 85, 87%.
Hmm.
That's my guess. Just thinking about, familiarity with Prime and from Texas. He's coming into a Texas heavy without being in Texas heavy locker room. And
I
he
think
could
you'll
have played
see.
it. He could have played with or against some of these guys that are there now, some of the freshmen.
Oh yeah, he's seeing competition and he knows competition. Some of the best
Yep.
competition
Yeah.
down
Yep.
south.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I think it'll be a great fit.
I think so
Um,
too.
I hope we do get him. I hope nobody else tries to poach him or you know.
Lock it.
Yep.
Hmm.
So we'll see how it goes. But we're on a roll. We're on a roll.
Yeah.
Talking quarterbacks.
Yes, we.
And with that being said, talking more quarterbacks.
Hey, NFL, NFL.
That's how
A
it
good problem.
goes.
A good problem to have.
Justin Fields says he is definitely competing with Russell Wilson to be the Steelers' starting quarterback.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I read an article that you know, um, Russell Wilson echoed it. He was like, "Hey, we're gonna be battling, and we're gonna get stronger, and but it's positive competition. He's up for it.
I mean, would you have it any other way?
No other way." And Tomlin's going, he's going, hey, he's a, Wilson is a Virginia guy. Tomlin love Virginia guys.
Mm-hmm.
So he's the GOAT, right now. Until proven different, yeah, he's the GOAT. He is the GOAT.
But the saying is, if you have two quarterbacks, you might as well not have any. You
Well,
can't have two quarterbacks that could potentially start in one locker room because that just divides the locker room.
yeah,
Half the team wants this guy, the other half wants the other guy. I mean, yeah, it creates competition, but you have both ways. It's a good problem to have, but also it does create issues.
yeah. Well, I don't see that happening because I look at Russell Wilson. He even won a Super Bowl. Justin Fields, you're just getting in the league. We know you can play, but you gotta that Russell Wilson. You can't have that kind of you gotta just get on board with it, man. You'll probably take over the team. Sit back and learn. Sit back and learn something from Russell Wilson. You know what I mean?
So would you start Justin Fields first or
No,
Russell
no, no,
Wilson?
no, no, no. I would start Russell Wilson. I don't think it's gonna be a competition. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be a you know animosity thing. Justin Fields, I don't think he's gonna bring that to the locker room. What I'm saying is he just needs if we know Russell Wilson gonna make probably better decisions. He probably get it. Sit back and learn, young buck. Sit back and learn. He's not gonna create, even though he wants to get on the field. Russell Wilson, he learned a year or two behind him, learned some nuggets, and he can take the team over at that point. You know what I'm saying? Russell will be ready to retire. Him and Sierra are gonna get on the horse
Ah,
and ride out.
don't get me started on that. That
Why?
that was
What's
that
that?
was the downfall. Soon as
Yeah,
Sierra came in the picture, Russell Wilson's career, it just it just went downhill.
and making babies, man.
I don't know
Hey,
what
hey,
happened. I can't knock it.
I know
Great,
what happened.
beautiful family.
I know what happened. I know exactly. We all know exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, I'm just saying, I don't think he's gonna be like, hey, I need to be on the field. I need to be before Russell. I need to be there. I need to be there. I think it's gonna be like, hey, he could beat him out. You never know, man. But Russell could be on his last team. You know what I mean? It's a
Mm.
possibility. But if I was him, I wouldn't create no animosity. Hey, if he takes it, I'll sit back in the background from Justin Field and learn from Mike Tomlin, learn how things, yeah. So I'll compete. He's gonna definitely compete though.
But Justin Fields got that dog in him. He got that fire in his
And
eye.
he's younger. Yeah, and he's younger.
He doesn't want to sit on the bench.
Right. But sit back, young buck, and just learn, man. You got more time left in the NFL than Russell Wilson does. So take this time to sit there and soak up, you know, how he trains, what his thought process are. You know, if he's on the field, he ain't gonna. Just that's just my take. That's just my take. He can play. I'm not saying he's not a starting quarterback. Take this time to learn so you can do some great things later. That's what I would say.
I agree. I agree. But if anything, who's better?
Well,
Because their stats are almost identical.
Russell
Granted,
Wilson is coming down the ladder. He's going up the ladder.
hmm
In the heyday, he couldn't touch. He wouldn't be able to touch Russell Wilson with a 10-foot pole.
oh
But
yeah,
now Russell's coming down the ladder. He's going up the ladder. He met him somewhere. We're using metaphors. Hey, you know. So,
I mean, all I'm gonna say, he's on his tail.
yep.
He is on him.
And to me, I think also it's gonna be the chemistry between the wide receivers and the tight end. Kenny Pickens
Hmm.
and their tight end. Whoever comes up with the better uh chemistry with the receivers and tight ends, that's who's gonna edge out if it's close, you know what I mean? Which it probably will be. Whoever chemistry is better with, timing and everything. Yeah.
I can answer that right now.
What's that? Go
Whoever
ahead.
listens to Future more,
Whoever listens to Future more.
if they listen to Future, then you know, you
Sierra's
know.
baby daddy. Uh, I don't know.
But hey, I mean,
Those just my takes, man. It's just my takes on it. I think Russell may age him out because Russell knows how to make adjustments, and he's been around, man. He's seen everything. I think, and my prediction is Russell Wilson will edge Justin Fields out. That's my official prediction.
the only thing is, I think it's hard to play when you know in the back of your mind, if you make one mistake, that you could potentially be on the bench. If you throw two interceptions in one game, Justin Fields is going in.
Right.
Maybe even one. So you can't help but to think that your job is on the line every game, every snap, every play.
Yeah, if he stinks the place up like he did in Colorado, which they were trying to turn Russell Wilson and run, they were trying to put him in. He was in the wrong situation to me. He was in wrong. They were using him wrong, trying to make him force him to be in this system and that and that. And they didn't want him as the quarterback. Sean Payton didn't want him as the quarterback.
Hmm.
So I think the first 4 games gonna tell a lot. First 4 or 5 games is gonna tell a lot, and who you know Tomlin gonna make a change or not. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
He knows what he's doing.
Yep.
He knows, but I will say this is the first time he's been in this situation, having two quarterbacks, because
Hey,
essentially
it's a
Ben
uh
Roethlisberger has always been his blanket. He
yeah.
never had to worry about anything.
That's
He
right.
knew what to expect from Ben.
Yep. Also, off the record, can I go off the record?
Yep.
I don't know if the audience has heard about the new NFL hip drop rule they implemented. They're,
Mm.
they're basically asking the pass rushers not to land on the quarterback. You already, they can't use their head tackling, nor, you know, can you place your weight or fall on the quarterback. And these guys have been playing 13, 14 years, and you playing a certain way, man. It's very hard to change. You've been taught, you know, a certain technique, and then all of a sudden, uh, you can't fall on the quarterback. Um, you basically have to grab the quarterback and set him and sit down. Use your weight to set him down. And with Warren Sapp, he sat down with the pregame show, and he was saying like the league now it's more points driven. It's a point driven league. They're trying to get more points, and it's a fantasy point league now, in which to me it all goes back to money.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So now it's harder for a defensive end or somebody to come around and land on the quarterback, hit him and land on the quarterback. What in the world's going on? Are they gonna put flags on there?
I mean, I guess so. That's what it's coming to.
Oh man,
I mean, yeah, this is kind of a it
that's a
can
that's a big
definitely
deal.
it can
That's
get
a
a
big
player
deal.
hurt, but
Hey
I mean,
man, this is a grown man's game, brother. And I understand the safety point. I see it from both sides. I see it from both sides, but uh, uh, I don't know. And and and, and also, just off the record again, uh, this the helmet cushion situation. It's mandatory to wear the head cushions that go on the helmet in practice. And now they have given the players the option to wear the helmet cushions in live games. So those are two topics, two stories, topics that I saw just today.
so this is in the NFL.
Yeah, this is an NFL.
So you mean to tell me NFL players can wear cushions on their helmets now?
Yes, it's their option. Unbelievable, right?
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I understand, with safety, I understand that, but the thing is, it's mandatory during practice, and they're giving the option. I mean, yeah, I don't even know what to say, man. I mean, the helmets are state of the art helmets. I don't know. I think it's gone too far. You know, I think it's gone too far. but you got the CTE issues. You know, the league doesn't want to get sued. They don't want to get caught up in that whole situation. You know, it caught them off guard. You know, from the first time. Yep,
I mean, to me, football is a collision sport. It's like riding a motorcycle with training wheels on it.
yep. It is. It is. But you can't throttle back the engine. The engine, you know, hey, runs 60 miles per hour. You can't throttle the engine back 30 to 30 with training wheels. If you get on that motorcycle, it's your fault. If you want to get on the motorcycle, hey, you know what the consequences are.
Wow, you are not joking.
Yeah, if you want to get on the motorcycle, either you getting on or you don't. You know, they're
NFL
gonna have
allows
people.
players the option to wear guardian caps over helmets during regular season games.
Yes. So you're gonna have the offensive line, with helmets on, and then you're gonna have the quarterback probably with one on. The running back's not gonna have one on. The wide receiver's not gonna have it on. I was like, what? Looking like take me to your leader.
Right. We gonna see who really got that dog in them. Because if you come
Exactly.
out there with some training wheels on, what?
Oh man, like Warren Sapp said on the pregame show today, well, Uncle Neely, he said, hey, I'm glad I grew up and I played when I played. He said, had I played, now he probably wouldn't last because the way his technique and the way he was taught. You try to grab a quarterback by the hip. Number one, he's not going to go down. He's going to try his best not to go down, which means he's going to break that play because if you tackle wrong, flag, flag, flag. And then if you try to do it, you don't do it right. He breaks points, points, points. He get the first down, get the first down.
Yeah, I think Warren Sapp would have been banned from the game
Pretty
for
much,
sure.
the
Yeah.
the the whole generation would have been back. Yep. Yes, son of Yahweh, JG. Wow. Yes. Yes.
I don't I don't know how to feel about it because I understand the logic, but at the same time, you know what you're signing up for.
Right.
You're playing this at the highest level.
Exactly.
And the fact that
Exactly.
the NFL did this before college or high school or middle school, pee wee football, that's I don't know.
It all goes back to money. It all goes back to money. Hey, we can't get sued for CTE if we put
Mm.
if we put safety measures in place, then hey, we're doing everything we can to make it safe. And they're a points league, so if they're putting points on the board, more people gonna play fantasy football to get points. More points on the game, more points during the game. Hey man, they scored 50, they scored 40. I mean, we all get excited, you know what I'm saying? We see, oh man, they ran it up, it's I don't know, man. It's just crazy.
I don't know, man. It just it doesn't sit right with me, but what can you really say?
It's all in the name of yeah, it's all in the name of safety and points. Points, points, points. Yep. So the NFL cares about money just like my favorite team, Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones. He's not gonna make any changes as long as they're the most income producing online store in America. He don't care. It's all about money, man. Yes, Uncle C is a Cowboy fan to the heart. I only had one team in my life, man.
Man, Jerry
But
Jones, he's the guru of making money.
yeah, but it's time for us to win. It's time for us to win.
Would you win with Coach Prime?
Oh, he said he wouldn't coach. I don't think it'll be a good match. Like if he came in, he will coach, but like Coach Brian always say, hey, I would probably have to choke somebody.
I think there are ways around that though.
Yeah.
If Jerry Jones, you see how close Jerry Jones and Deion Sanders are.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely.
If Jerry Jones gives Deion Sanders the autonomy to do what he wants, then I think that'll change the game. What if he gave him the autonomy to run his program like a college
Nope.
program?
Uh, I don't
You
think
see
Jerry
how
Jones. I don't
he's
think he gonna
running.
give up that.
Deion Sanders is running his college program like an NFL program now. What if he
Right.
goes to the
And
NFL and changes the game?
I think it's
Be like,
another
look,
dynamic. But yeah, and it's all about making money. I mean, hey, Dion would be a marketing machine for Jerry Jones, and I feel you where you coming from on it. But because yeah, you're right. You might have a point though, because it's ran. I mean, NFL. I mean, college football is just ran like the NFL. Really, everybody's
mhm.
getting millions. They transferring when they want to. So you may have a point there. You may have a point, man.
I mean, over the last couple of years, we've seen things that have been done that we've never seen before.
That's
So
true. That's
what's to
true.
say that Coach Prime doesn't go to the NFL and does things completely different?
Because it's all about the money. If he can give me an extra 150 million a year off the top, off the rip, yeah. I don't see Jerry Jones giving up that much power. But I do see what you said. I do see a different team maybe doing it. Not the Cowboys. They're too family heavy up top
Hmm.
for that much to give up that much. But I can see another NFL team doing it. I don't know which one, but I see another NFL team maybe doing that.
I mean, it all depends. I think after this year, it'll tell a lot. If Shador gets drafted by a team such as the Cowboys,
Yep.
why wouldn't Coach Prime rub his chin and be like, maybe I
Yeah.
should?
But I can't see Jerry Jones giving up all that and all that leadership and all that. I just don't. He won't even hire a general manager, dog.
Mm.
Max G said Jerry Jones just might have us next coach in a couple of years.
It's a toss up.
Yeah,
55%, 60%.
I think it's 50. I just don't see Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is a tightwad, and I don't see him giving it up, man. He would probably want Dion to come on in some type of capacity, marketing guru, but not. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I think if the stars align, it could happen. I mean, the opportunity is there. It could be there. We know
Yeah,
Coach Prime does have a lot of ties to the NFL, which ties into college and coaches and players and relationships. So we know how that goes. He'll
yeah,
be
no,
he'll be
that's
walking
true.
through the door and feel like he's just at home.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And then if Lewis commits, he's just all Texas, right?
Hmm.
And then he gets his next quarterback after Shador, or not after Shador, but a backup. Everybody's happy. Everybody's at home playing for the Dallas Cowboys. What a game.
Yep.
What a team, right?
I mean, they're building that pipeline.
Yeah,
Pipeline
I
is almost
believe
there.
so. Yeah. We'll
But I
we'll see
mean,
it in about a year, about 2 years. We'll see it in 2 years. We'll
yeah,
see
I
the
mean,
results. The results.
you
Yeah.
you never know. I mean, just
Yeah,
something to talk
yeah.
about, something to think about.
Something to think about. Yeah, yeah.
Mainly
Something
because,
there.
of course, Shiloh's leaving, uh, Shador's leaving,
Trap. Yeah,
and
yeah.
Travis. Yeah,
And
Travis is
Travis.
leaving.
Yeah.
And speaking of Travis,
Hey, look at my
speaking
man
of
out there.
Travis,
He getting it. He's getting it together. Having fun.
congratulations to Travis Hunter.
Yes, yes.
Made the
He
cover
deserves it.
athlete for College Football 25. And this is a big deal. Along with Quentin Ewers and Donovan Edwards, it's a huge deal.
It is. It is.
This is probably one of the most anticipated games that is probably coming out in a number of years.
Yeah.
And for him to be on the cover, it's a monument to take for years to come.
Oh yeah.
So
Yep.
congrats to Travis. Of course, this probably solidifies that if he does well this year, he's probably going top five.
Uh, whoever whoever that team is that has the number one pick, if you don't pick Travis Hunter first, something wrong. But it just depends on needs. But yeah,
Yeah,
Travis
I mean,
Hunter,
it
he's a game
all
changer though.
depends. You never know how the draft can go.
Yeah, yeah,
Because to be honest, at this point, who's to say Shador's going to go top five?
that's true.
Can we say
That's
that with
true.
confidence?
No, nope, not at all.
Because when I think about top five quarterbacks, I think about winning quarterbacks.
Hmm.
There's no quarterback that has been or has been picked top five with a losing record.
That's true. So,
So if
so, so. Hmm.
I mean if Shador Sanders would have went out this year, th- he probably would have top of the first, bottom of the first, top of the second.
Top of the second. Yeah. If they win, so what you're saying is, if they win this year, which they will, they win the Big 12. Shador's ranking's gonna go up as far as top five. He'll go as a top five. If they win the Big 12, he'll go top five. If they don't, he'll be middle. I think this is just my prediction. Middle first round.
Man, it's tough. It's
Yeah,
tough because
yeah. Yeah,
Caleb
go ahead.
Williams, he had to win 11 games.
Yep.
So
Who?
what's the threshold? 9 games?
I think win your conference. Win your conference.
When you're
That's the first thing. Win your conference championship.
Son of Yahweh says, "Have a good night, nice show." Appreciate that, man. Thank you for tuning
Thank
in.
you, son of Yahweh. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for tuning in.
But yeah, I feel
Um,
it's, a losing quarterback to go top five
yeah. The
is.
thing is with the difference is with Shador is that they do have a marketing machine behind him.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps a little bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have a machine behind him. And just on a side note too, um, Dion, he wants the world to know that he's working to enhance the reach of the program before the season starts. The coach, if you saw him, you may have seen him on the video where he was on the plane, loaded up, ready to go, heading to LA to see Snoop Dogg and shoot an Affleck commercial. And he his main focus was just content, content, content. He was asking people to make sure that you subscribe to this channel and push out the videos. Uh, they're trying to basically help Bucky, Well Off Media, reach 1 million subscribers. And he put it out there, hey, if you help us put these videos out, then we see it and you can prove it. We will contact you and do a one-on-one with you on your show or your YouTube. So that's the challenge that's going on right now. I don't know if anybody else saw that.
Hmm. I think that might be a good.
Uh,
That might be a
Yeah,
good
maybe we
day
we can
to
do that.
look into. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep,
Shout out to
promote
Buck.
their videos. Yeah, shout out to Well Off Media, man. And they'll be if when he makes 1 million subscribers, he's gonna be the top African American or the only African American uh, sports media channel with that many
Wow,
subscribers doing what they're doing.
that's major.
Just a little, yeah, that's major. And Dion's gotten behind it, so hey, here's your chance out there, y'all. You want to show, one-on-one with Dion, promote, promote, promote Well Off Media, and you more than likely will get your shot uh, to be one-on-one with Dion. Get your numbers up. Get your numbers up, everybody.
So what would you say if you were on the phone with Coach Brown?
And what would I say?
What would you say, or what would
I
you ask
just,
him?
what would I ask Coach Prime if I was on the phone with him? Hey, can I come out and hang out with you and absorb some information? When can I come out there to hang with you for I asked him, can I hang with you for like a week? Just to absorb some knowledge that, hey, just to hang with him, man. Do
Would you take a
you
million
know how much
dollars?
you would learn?
Would you take
What
$1 million or a dinner with Coach Brown?
oh, $1 million. Yeah, it ain't like that. I take a
Oh
million
yeah,
dollars.
yeah.
I'm still yeah, yeah. I'll go to the restaurant. Hey, call them. Hey, look, I'm over here. I got you dinner.
Yep.
But no, I'll take the $1 million. Bump that. No
Yeah,
offense, Coach Prime.
yeah. I think you're
I'm a
right.
fan. Yeah, I'm a fan. So, but yeah, a little side note there. Little side note as far as got a little competition going on.
Yeah, I may have to. I'm gonna look into that. I may have to. We may have to get in on
We'll have
that.
to get into that. Yeah, yeah. Yep. So, yes,
But
indeed.
man, speaking of
And
getting in on something, what's going on with WNBA hoops?
ooh, 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 ooh. Must be the money that's
Must
turning
be
me.
the
Must be
money.
man. It is the WNBA is going crazy right now. The WNBA. Let me repeat that. It is absolutely going crazy right now, and I'm happy. I'm so happy for
Hmm.
the
Well
league.
deserved. Well
They
deserved.
deserve it. They deserve it. I'm so happy. Happy. Yeah. So who's better,
It's the
Caitlin
ma-
Clark
it's the magic
or Angela
question.
Reese?
That's the magic question.
Who do you think?
To me, I think Angel Reese. She's a dominant player. Definitely in the
Hmm.
paint. I would love for her to work on her mid range and possibly her threes, but you can only give us so much with a crazy athletic and tall, athlete. But I mean, even with that, the athletes are changing more and more every year. So
And can I
on
give
the
you some
court,
stats? Yeah. Well,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
stat wise, I mean, what can you really say? I think we both know who's going to be better in the stats range. As far as stats,
Who?
I think we both know who's going to
Yeah.
outdo the other one.
Right.
But Angel Reese,
Can
she
I give
just
you some
brings
stats?
she brings a different dynamic on and off the court.
That's true. That's true. Can I give you some stats?
Oh yeah, throw them in there.
All right. I just want I was looking it up today. I just wanted to find out. But Caitlin Clark, uh, they play with the Indiana Fever. She plays with the Indiana Fever. For those that don't know, they're they're 0-4. She's averaging 17 points per game, 5.5 assists per game, 34.3% free 3-point shooter, 41% from field goal range. Versus Angela Reese, uh, Chicago Sky. They're 1-1. Versus 17 points per game. Caitlin Clark, Angela Reese, 11.5 points per game. Versus Caitlin Clark, 5.5 assists per game. Angela Reese averaging 1.5 assists per game. As far as three pointers, Caitlin Clark 34.3 for 3-point percentage. Angela Reese 0.0, so she hasn't even attempted a three pointer. She doesn't
Wow.
need to. As far as field goal percentage, Caitlin Clark again, 41 actually 0.2% field goal percentage versus Angela Reese, 34.8% field goal percentage.
So
What do you
on the
think?
court,
What's your thoughts?
on the court, who's more dominant?
Angela Reese. Angela Reese. I mean, you're a point guard. You're gonna get the ball. You handle the ball more. So you gonna,
Mm,
your stats gonna be a little bit better. But Angela Reese to me is going to be the better transition player.
mm,
And I don't know if you know or not, but Angela Reese used to be a point guard coming up to like 10th or 11th grade. She was a point guard, playmaker. And then she had two growth spurts.
right.
And now she's like 6'3", and it changed her. But I think, you know, it made her a better player because she can see and she knows what a point guard would normally do. She has the instincts of what a point guard would do. Now that she's a forward and she's won on, LSU national championship playing forward, she's honed both of those type of positions. So I think it's going to transition and she's going to have the better career. I can say overall, I think Caitlin Clark is great and she's great for the game. She's breaking, she's trailblazing for the game overall. So that's just my take on it. I know I was asking you, what do you think?
Wow. I mean, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of both.
I
I
am
like
too.
both.
I am too.
I think they both have super high ceilings. But
Yes.
my first thought would think that Caitlin Clark will be doing better than Angel Reese. That's what I would think, but that's not what it is on paper.
Right.
So, and on top
But
of that,
and
did you said
yeah,
they didn't win any games?
they're 0-4,
Right.
and Indiana Fever, they're 0-4. They're going to win, but I think Caitlin Clark, her adjustment, she's going against the best point guards in the world. She's just coming out of Iowa, and she has to adjust. Her adjustment is going to be a lot different than Angela Reese. But like I said, I'm her fan. I'm one of her fans. I want her to do good. But her transition to the WNBA is going to be it's going to be a little bit tougher than Angela Reese.
Hmm.
But I think Angela Reese is going to transition, and she's going to put up bigger numbers based on that. Actually, just a Uncle C fact. Uh, Elizabeth Williams for our area, which is the 757. She went to Princess Anne High School in Virginia Beach, Virginia. She is actually on the team with Angela Reese. Just a tidbit. Shout out to the 757. We always got to shout 757 out. So she actually
Oh yeah.
graduated with my son at Princess Anne High School, same school as Pharrell. Pharrell Williams. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Baller.
Shout out to Virginia Beach, PA, baby.
Straight up baller.
Yep.
Producing athletes.
Then we got to shout the 7-5 out. Yes,
That's how it
indeed.
goes. That's how it goes. But man, I mean, if you make it to the WNBA, although they've been kind of slighted over the last couple of years,
Yeah.
if you make it to the WNBA, you're doing something right.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And they're playing, man. They're actually they're not flopping. They're playing. They are playing. They're playing pound for pound. They earning those shots. They're struggling to get shots. They're doing. Yep.
So what do you think? What do you think the WNBA has to do to continue this longevity or this hype? Because there's not going to be too many Caitlin Clarks that come in. There's not going to be too many Angel Reeses that come in.
Yeah. Well, my take is that this year is gonna be a lot of hype. They're gonna make a lot of money. Uh, but we got some great players coming in behind these young ladies they changed the game this year. It went to a different level. They're catching chartered flights now. They're gonna they're gonna restructure the TV deals, so they should be making millions. So money's gonna start flowing. We got we got young girls watching this, and it's gonna be the norm as years come along. And as Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese and Cadosa and all those guys, as they mature in this game, in this league, they're going to be great players coming behind them. You think about, you said there's not going to be another Caitlin Clark. I don't know. Could be, But look at Juju.
Mm-hmm. True.
Juju's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Juju from USC. She's a freshman, and the she almost took him out, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's some nice proteges that's coming up.
Man,
But are they going to have the same hype as Caitlin
I
Clark
think
and
Juju
Angel Reese?
is. I think Juju is. Once Caitlin Clark and them start cooling down, 3 to 4 years from now, it'll be great because they've been great games. But I think the hype is going to kick back in once Juju comes out, which is going to be needed. I think. Let's get it sparked up again. And there are other players that we know South Carolina is a factory for players coming out. I can't think of the point guard's name. She played this year. She's a freshman.
Mm.
What is her name? Uh, she was a freshman, man. What is her name?
Where is she from?
South Carolina Gamecocks. What is her name? She's a freshman this year. Her name is her name is Malaysia Fawali.
Oh yeah,
Fawali.
you was not going to remember that. You were, yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
didn't remember.
Yep. There it goes.
She's a 5'10" guard, freshman from Columbia, South Carolina.
Hmm.
So we had Juju and we got Wally. Those are two major point guards for women basketball that are coming behind Caitlin Clark, Angela Reese, Cardosa, and the rest of them. It, the quality the quality of players is up there, man. So that's just my take on it.
I think it's potential. It can get there. There's a lot of athletes
Yep.
that are hungry and they've already seen what Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark can do. I mean, despite the
Right,
records, I mean, it's still pretty early, but
right, right.
they've seen the hype in how they can essentially almost change the league in a sense.
Yes, they ushered it in this year, and then the ones coming behind them are spectacular. Can you imagine Fawali and Juju Smith on the same team, or
Oh man,
Fawali with Caitlin Clark,
the
or
ratings,
Juju with Angel Reese? I mean, oh man,
the ratings would go crazy.
they're going through the roof, man. They're gonna go through the roof. Yep. So excuse me, that's my take. That's Uncle C's take.
Man, it's crazy because I would say I think I like watching Caitlin Clark a little bit more, but Angel Reese for the culture.
Yes,
Reese for the
I
culture.
agree. I agree. They bring two different things. They bring two
Oh
different
yeah,
things to the
two different dynamics.
two different dynamics.
Just
Exactly.
just based off of their college teams, like you can see the difference between Iowa and LSU.
That's right.
Just the dynamic of the team.
Yep. So stay tuned. We have a lot coming down the pipeline here in the next few years. We're gonna see more changes in WNBA. We ain't seen the last of the major shifts that are going to take place in the WNBA.
Man, I believe so. I'm excited.
Yep.
I'm excited. I'm watching a lot more
Yes.
now. I'm interested. So we'll see how it goes. I'm rooting for them.
Yes.
I think they need a new
Yes.
commissioner or a new president. But
Well, the thing is, I think with some of the older players that started in the NBA that are starting to retire now, some of the superstars, you know, they're taking leadership roles now. Like Candace Parker, she retired. She could have kept playing, but she retired and took on a more executive role. So people or women that have played at a high level are now ready to take over the reins as on the executive side. And then you have the superstars coming up behind them, Caitlin Clarks and Angela Reese's. They're gonna continue to improve the game as as ambassadors. And then you have the younger generation that's freshmen now that are in the NCAA. So we got about an 8 year window of, I mean, more than that, but I can see an 8 year window. That's what I see of great talent coming out.
I see it. I mean, the time is now.
Yes,
The
yes, it
time is
is.
now.
Off the record, we should try to catch the game when up in Mystics. We should go to DC and catch a game, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark comes. Oh yeah. Hey, I'm taking that ride, man.
You think it's gonna be packed out?
Oh, it'll sell out. It'll sell out. The nation's capital. Oh yeah, it'll sell out.
Mm,
The market's there.
true.
The market. We talking the nation's capital. Yeah, yeah, definitely, easily, no problem. Yep, especially her first game there.
Shoot, that might be something to think about.
Yeah, man, hop,
That
skip,
might
and a
be
jump
something to
away,
think about.
man. Hop, skip, and a jump away.
Shoot, but with that being said, I know we hit on a lot of topics
Yes,
tonight. Did you have anything else to add in? I know we hit on some major things. I know we talked about Diddy. We hit on some quarterbacks. Then we finished up and wrapped it up with Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese, which is still probably an ongoing debate,
always.
but only time will tell how that comes or goes about. But with that being said, we've been on here for about an hour and 30.
Yes.
Anything else, Uncle C, to let the people know on the record?
Hey, I just want you guys to keep tuning in, subscribe, like. If you like the content, leave a comment. Maybe you guys, we can get one of you guys to come on the show. And hey, just I appreciate all of our fans that subscribe to the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And keep subscribing. And like I said, maybe hey, hit us up. We're approachable. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Like Uncle C said, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you have any thoughts, don't be afraid, man. Leave them down in the comment section. You never know where this can go. This is on the record with Uncle C and Bob Season Sports. But of course, we do have our off the record moments.
Yep.
And with that being said, we're going to wrap this thing up. Peace out. Good night. Uncle C, it's been real.
Peace. Peace.